and let's tackle the question. So here we are, my party people. The question reads, what is the final price she pays for the bicycle? Everybody, what is that phrase that we really want to repeat in our head? Yeah, it's that we're looking for that final price. Appreciate you, Jasmine. That was very quick. Yeah, we're looking for that final price. So everybody, when we think about that final price in this problem, are we determining the final price after a tax or after a discount? Which one of those was being applied? Yeah, it's going to be after a discount. Take a look right here. It says Samantha is buying a bicycle. Here's that original price. She receives a 15% discount. So let's highlight that. 15% discount on a $250 bicycle. And let's get it done. So the way I'm going to do this one is I'm going to make not a mistake, but I'm going to show you how we can correct our course if we were to use the 15%. Like, let's say we just threw that 15% on top of that 250, and we're just going to calculate what that is. If we were to do that, just remember, this is the percent that represents the discount. So if we calculate this, that means that we are getting the exact amount of the discount, not the final price. So my party people, if we were to do that and find this number, what should we do with that number to get the actual correct answer? What should we do if we ended up doing the 15% regardless? Exactly, we're going to be subtracting. We subtract the discount from that original price to get the final amount. So let me show you how that could look here. Even though it might not be the most convenient, it's still important for you to understand this. So here, we're going to do 15% or turn that into 0.15. Again, moving it twice to the left. And then from there, we have the 250 that we're multiplying by to get our answer. Let's take this here, perform our multiplication, and we're done. 250 multiplied by 0.15. Nice and easy there. And so we'll have 0 multiplied by 5, which is going to be 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. Then we have 2 multiplied by 5. That's 10. Carry the 2 is 12. So that's the first row, tackling that 5 right there. Next row, we'll tackle a 0 immediately so we can move over and deal with the 1. So we have 1 times 0, 1 times 5, which is 5. And then lastly, we will have 2 times 1, which will be 2. So with that, boom, 0 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 2 plus 5, and then 1 plus 2. So we have 3750. But remember, everybody, we got to bring those decimals back. So that'll be 1, 2 right there, 1, 2 right there. So the amount of the discount specifically is $37.50. And notice how this is going to tempt you. D is not the answer. We are looking for the final price. We are looking for that final. So what we need to do from here is do 250, which is that original price, and we are going to subtract $37.50. Now look at how inconvenient this is about to become. First, we have the 0 minus 0, which is just going to be 0. That's fine. But then we have 0 minus 5. That's going to be a little bit of a problem, but not too much of a problem. It's only going to be annoying because we have a 0 next to it. Can't really borrow from 0, can you? So we're going to have to start from here. We have to borrow from the 5 to make that a 4, and so this becomes 10. Then we borrow from the 10 to make it a 9, to make this a 10. So again, a little weird, but nothing that we haven't been taught how to do before. So now we have 10 minus 5, and that's going to give us 5. Then we have 9 minus 7, and that'll be 2. 4 minus 3, that'll be 1. And then 2 minus nothing will be 2. But the final answer here, after doing all that calculation, would be $212.50. So do we understand that, yes, although this is a very perfectly reasonable way to do it, do we understand that this does take a little more work, where we multiplied and got a 3-digit number here. Then we had to subtract that 3-digit number from 250. So I'm glad that we're starting to see that. And anybody who thinks that all of the answers are going to be A, I'm doing this on purpose. So with that said, let me go ahead and make my final recommendation here. My final recommendation is going with the final percentage. Go with the final percentage for discount specifically. When it comes to tax problems, it takes less time to just find the tax and then add it on to find that final price. When it comes to discounts, it's actually faster to get the final percent first and multiply by that. Let me show you what that'll look like before we move forward, because I know it's going to be worth it to a lot of people here. I got you. So let me move this away and then zoom in. So everybody, if the percentage discount was 15%, what is the percent that represents the final price? What is that percent going to be? Yeah, it's going to be 85. 100 minus 85, or 100 minus 15% will give us 85%. So look at how we're going to get this done in one shot. So I'm going to do 250 multiplied by 0.85. Watch this. 0 times 5, that's 0. 5 times 5, that's 25, carry the 2. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 2 is 12. Next, we'll move it over here, so we'll start right here. 0 times 8, that's 0. 5 times 8, that's 40, carry the 4. 2 times 8, that's 16. 16, carry the 4 is 20. Look at how much faster this is. 0, 5, 2, 1, 2, and we'll bring back 1, 2 decimals, 1, 2 decimals, and our final answer is $212.50. Exactly what we got earlier. And there we go. So with that said, my party people, do we see the difference in the time that it takes if we make decisions before we calculate? Right on. Again, you have options here, and it really depends not on memorization, but understanding what the goal is. So with that, my party people, I would love to go ahead and do just one more of this type, and then we can move forward to set number 2. Are we ready to try one more out? All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and get to it.